Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. So lately, the Beatles song has been coming up for me. All you need is love. All you need is love. And that's been just in my face and a huge struggle for me lately, where it's not enough.
Ah, you found out they were lying.
Yes. Jerks.
It was a nice thought, though, wasn't it, while it lasted?
Yeah.
All you need is love.
All you need is love.
We could all just love, yes.
And so that's what I've been struggling with lately.
Okay.
Like
So you love, but it can't change something.
Yeah.
Your love just can't make it all right, can it?
Right.
Right.
No matter how much.
No matter how much. You're right.
And then I find that I have so much in there. I just want to express it and want to express that love and give that love. And then...
Yeah. And then what?
I guess I feel it's not accepted, or...
Oh, you want to return.
No, I don't need the return. Oh, I see.
Acceptance is a return too. Yeah. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels good to have somebody accept it, doesn't it? Accept what is given. It's wonderful. Of course it's wonderful. But they won't always accept it, will they? No. Who cares? Your mind or the love?
It's not really... I feel it deeply inside of me, so... I guess I'm trying to figure out then, okay, it's not happening where the acceptance isn't happening, the changes aren't happening, it's not enough. So what do I do with all of it that's in there that needs to come out? It feels like...
Let it out. Just don't expect any result. That's love, right? Unconditional love, you've heard it, right? Unconditional means it's not invested in the result. It really isn't. If it changes, it helps, it's fine. That's great. And if it doesn't, the true love is good unto itself. That's the nice thing about it. It's totally unattached to results, even to getting a reflection of itself. True love could care less if, it gets a nice reflection of itself. If it does, it's nice. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter.
And then how does, and maybe it's the character talking, but I've felt very disappointed lately in, certain people in my life, where I feel like I'm treating them with this love.
Right.
And then, and again, I understand not expecting it back, but
finish the sentence.
So treating them with love and then being disappointed, probably because of the illusion or expectation that I have in my head that I would be treated with the same respect and love back.
Yes.
But how can people not? I guess I like the song.
Of course you do. It's a great dream inducer. All you need is love. Oh, yes, that's what I've always wanted to believe. It's never been true, but I've always wanted to believe it. Just go to sleep. It's all okay. It's fine. All you need is love. And then you open your eyes. Not true.
I know. A horrible recurring dream.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see? It's if the dream of you, it's looking for the result. It's looking for change. It wants to get what it wants out of it. I imagine if there is true and pure love, that is all you need. But most people's love is totally mixed up in the demands of their dream character, isn't it?
Yep. So what
was your question for
do you have a suggestion then on how?
Yeah, wake up. You're dreaming. That's all. You're dreaming. The love is there. The love is great. Love, existence, that's what it does. It loves. It pours out. It has a sense of well-being towards all being. That's what it does. And then there's this little dream in the mind that it is attached to that says, what am I getting out of it? Why aren't they listening? Why doesn't it change them? Why, you see, why isn't it reciprocated? Why isn't it, that's the dream of me. Painful, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Very painful dream. That's the part I'm saying. That's the waking up. That's not who you are.
So again, kind of taking the personal aspect out of it, when things that are maybe not love related that are being sent to you, just it's not really you. So just take the I out of it.
It has nothing to do with you.
And that's the hard part.
Yeah. Yes, it's the hard part. Right. So I'm not really good at, negotiating the, what could we say, the peaks and valleys of love in all of its various forms. I'm a wake-up guy. That's what I know. Mm-hmm. Wake up, and then all that stuff looks very different. To sort of negotiate it all without waking up, I don't actually have any idea how anybody pulls it off for so long. Good God, how could you stand it for even a day, much less, decades? I don't know how I pulled it off for the better part of 3 decades,
And you actually talked a little bit about that at a Santa Cruz satsang, about romantic love at the very, very end, and it was very interesting, and I'd love to know more at some point.
I would love to know what I said. I don't remember. The only thing I remember saying is there's no such thing as falling in and out of love. Yeah, that's all I don't know if that's what you're alluding to, but that's all I remember. Yeah, if there's real love, there's true love, then one doesn't fall out of. There's no such thing as out of. There's into and out of infatuation. Mm-hmm. There's not into and out of love. That's the problem a lot of people have in their lives, is life shows them it's just time to move on. You don't have to, just because there's total love doesn't mean you're going to want to live together, be married forever, or be best friends forever. Sometimes life moves on anyway, even though there is love. The problem so many people has, as I see it, is not that they fall out of love, is that the love is still there and it's time for them to move on.
Right.
And they're pissed about it.
Yes.
You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's why they got to pretend to be really angry, because it's the only motivating force that can get them to do what existence wants them to do. You get really pissed off, and it gives you the necessary force to push against, so you can get away from. But unfortunately, what happens is this lie happens, which is, I don't love you anymore. If you didn't love anymore, why is it so difficult if you don't love anymore? You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you don't love anymore, why isn't it just like, walking away from a brick wall? You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. But most people, they do love. And therefore, it's hard because they're pretending they don't.
So what's the more graceful way to do something like that then?
I love you and I can't live with you. And it has nothing to do with love or the lack of love. I love you and it's obvious not to be with you anymore. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. It can happen that way. Yeah. And it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean the love has turned itself off. It's just, that's what people do with it when it's time for them to move on, and their minds can't compute it. How do I move on when I'm still in love? So since they can't compute it, they got to manufacture problems. Anger, resentment, blame, all the rest. It doesn't need to be that way. Not everybody does it that way, believe it or not.
Thank you.
You're welcome.